2, 1. Okay. Just got to make sure I get the sound in. Make sure everything's coming in on the show live. See.
Oh, actually, there's a Twitch to Tails.
Got some peanut butter whiskey here. This is what Ratatosker does when, well, all the time. He's a total lush.
Okay.
At least he's having a good time.
He is always, except when I wake him up. Sometimes he's like,
There you go. But we are always having a good time. And speaking of which, welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend only. I am your lovable, humble host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ow! All right. So, I would do the whole thing, but I don't want to wake up the neighbors because I could literally sound like a dog. Anywho, we have a couple of guests, as you can see. We have Carrie right there on the bottom, and Carrie, for those who want to give a quick introduction.
Hi, I am Carrie Sanders. I am an author as well as a podcaster with 2 different networks right now. You can see me over as Carrie Sanders at The Dorkening, sometimes on Splash Pages, and almost always on Midweek Geeks. Check that out on thedorkening.com. And I am also my body plays host to a crow named Delphine, who overtakes me when I am on the Owlite Network. And there we do a bunch of different shows about storytelling. We do some B-movie reviews. We just have a whole lot of fun with interviews and showing off things and unwrappings. We have an epic unwrapping coming up on Sunday of a bunch of different comic book packages. So that's where you can find me. Look up Carrie Sanders on Facebook. All my links are there. And yeah, support us.
And we got a little link also in the description there as well too. So check it out. And we got a newbie here joining us. And Tails, why don't you explain a little bit about yourself and some other stuff that you're going to be working on.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tails. I am a part of the gaming channel. We're on a bit of a hiatus due to the pandemic, but we're getting back and getting ready to give you guys a bunch of new content. We're doing some gaming playthroughs. I'm actually going to be working with Tom Dog, and we're going to be giving you guys some wrestling stuff. We have a lot of stuff planned, and we can't wait to give it all to you.
Yes, and one more time about the gaming stuff because it glitched out a little bit.
Well, we do mostly playthroughs. I'm about to start Sonic DX Tales' story, of course, because gotta support my boy. My channel partner Jeffrey is sell Batman games, and we're going to be playing through Borderlands 2 together. We also have something called Gamer Bootcamp that we're going to be putting into action, and that's just basically we're going to be going head to head. And if you lose, you got to do a physical challenge, be it 20 push-ups, do it running laps. We're going to make each other suffer.
There you go.
And we want you all to see us suffer.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. That's going to be great. And we're looking forward to it and looking forward to doing working on projects with you with the wrestling and everything like that. So we're really looking forward to that. Yes. And so it's going to be great. So a little bit of expansion with Wrestling Prime and whatever wrestling show that she's going to be calling it and everything like that. So it's going to be really, really great, folks. And so we're going to have a lot of fun and hopefully soon Brill Pro will expand as well too. And hopefully we'll do that. Not just for me, but expanding in other horizons as well too. So, but as a matter of fact, Carrie, you want to break the news to everybody that we announced on your show on Sunday?
We have officially welcomed Tom Dog on as a member of the Owlite Network.
There you go.
to have him on
Yay!
joining us. You went from being kind of a regular guest to bringing him on board because you can't get enough of Tom Dog. You know?
Exactly, exactly. And hopefully down the road, I'll be a part of the Dorkening family as well too. So I hope. I would really love that as well too. So
Love the Dorking
once we
folks.
oh absolutely. Oh, as a matter of fact, before we even get as a matter of fact, we got some do the plugs and everything like that. Which I forgot my stuff. um, so the Darkening, as Carrie mentioned, the Darkening Podcast Network. Big shout out to them. I tried to get Jeremy on. He's on vacation, uh, so enjoy your R&R, and we'll hope to have you on again down the road and everything. And but Leo and the gang are just amazing, and Carrie can vouch for that because she's part of that gang. So,
Yes.
and it's really awesome, and you definitely want to check this out. And wherever you listen to your favorite podcast or on the YouTube channel, the Dorkening Podcast Network, very awesome, as well as Carrie. Go ahead and plug your Outlight Network one more time.
Oh, Owlite Network. We do every Sundays. We have a Thank Cthulhu It Is Sunday show, and those are all rotating shows focusing directly on storytelling. We have a campfire style show called the Owlite Society where we just bring in guests and we sit around and we tell stories with each other. It can be something somebody's written or just a classic story from their life or a campfire type of tale that you'd find if you're sitting out with your friends toasting marshmallows and stuff. We have the Clutch of Personalities, where I snag an author that is releasing something new, or a filmmaker, or any other type of storyteller. And we talk about what they've done in their lives, what they're doing now, promote them. We give away free merch to anybody who's watching that types in. If we have a lot of people, we spin the wheel of merch. Um, we also do Unwrapped, which we're having our final Unwrapped this Sunday for a little bit because Unwrapped is rather expensive to go through and get boxes once a month to do things with. Um, we are resurrecting our old show, and it's just going to be the art of storytelling, and that is going to cover everything from cave paintings to creepy pasta. So we can go back and study how and teach people the art of it as well as like tell stories from those times and why it was important in cultures because we had oral traditions that went down and it still kind of factors into things today. We have Tomb of the Terrible, where we do B movies. We have Mats and Monsters, which has wrestling and cryptids involved. We have Unprinted Pages, where our gal Friday, known as also as Jenny on the Side, comes in and she does a different type of interviewing show with different authors. We're going to be having some D&D games coming up. We're going to be having some other shows coming up. We just do a lot of stuff. We're just there all the time. And the one show that is really that we pop up here and there um, on this is another one of the Sunday shows is called the Padded Cell or just Padded Cell, and that's where we like to go in and help people. Like when it's a mental health break basically. Check in with everybody, make sure everybody's doing okay, kind of just squirrel off the entire time, but also make sure that if anybody wants to talk about things going on in their lives, it was the anniversary of my grandfather's death in the last one that we did, and it was helpful to have everybody there to get me through it. And we're also there for anybody who's one of our viewers and just needs to talk a bit. We've had first responders on, we've had vets on and stuff, and anybody who just really needs to reach out to somebody. So that's what we do over at Owlite. It's a lot, and we have so much more coming up because the seasons are changing, and we're going to have Tom being a part of all that, helping us get everything
Cool.
going too. So
Yeah, I'm glad
we're
to be a
busy.
part of that. Yes, absolutely. And Tails, why don't you go ahead and plug your channel one more time?
Right. We are Crypto Nightmare Gaming. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, which I guess I'm basically the social media manager. Again, we are all things nerdy. We do video games. We're going to be doing board games. We do conventions. We're going to be hitting New York Comic Con this year, which we're really hyped for. And there's a 50-50 shot I might do Rhode Island Comic Con. It depends on more guests. But as of right now, it's looking really good because, I mean, Katie Seagal, enough said.
There you go.
We also work with other channels too. Maybe someday we'll have them up here. And again, I am really pushing it. I am definitely throwing more wrestling into our channel.
Awesome. And once again, I'm looking forward to working with you on that one as well too. So
I cannot wait.
It's going to be really great. And
I've gotten a lot more excited about wrestling lately, actually, because with you're doing your stuff, and then Raz and them started doing it, and I hadn't watched wrestling since a cage match with Roddy Piper when I was in high school. And at Terrificon, I got to film the AEW panel, and I gotta say, what has made me want to get back into wrestling is Danhausen.
Yes.
Did you see the bunny dragon by any chance?
No.
She asked a question about their dream matches. She had the bunny on her head and the big wings.
Oh, I probably would have seen. Okay, if it was in the panel, then yes.
Yep, that was me.
Oh,
that was the bunny dragon.
I was the one sitting up
nice.
with the camera.
Oh,
so I didn't really see the audience as much as I was making.
Well, I had the little evil bat, so that Danhausen and Wardlow had commented on.
Okay.
And I mean, I so like I said, I kicked myself in the pants for not being there at Terrificon, because I would have loved being a part of that panel and everything like that. You know, like filming the panel and everything like that. That would have been so perfect and everything. And but there's always next year.
There is.
So we were going to record, but my channel partner forgot I had all my gear in the bag that I'd handed him. And he had even said, here's our camera, here are our mics, here's our business cards, let's go. And he forgot because I was so focused on, I was the one in costume being all friendly. And then I also got hugged by Wardlow and cried in the car.
And that line, there's no way you could have done anything once they had us in that line, because that was just swirling to get in.
Oh no, we got in pretty quickly, and like 12:30 we were zipping on over to the panel because we did not want to miss it. Well, I didn't. My channel partner's like, "What's an MJF? We've been friends for how long?"
We had to have somebody watching the booth at all times. So it was like, somebody come over quick. We needed to go switch cameramen. And then by the time I got there, it was like at the end line, I'm like, okay, at least somebody's sitting with the camera, so I'll get there. But
yeah, if I was there, I would have been a big help. I really would have, and everything, because I would have had my equipment too if you needed it and everything like that. It would have been really helpful, because you know I'm a Dorkening supporter and everything like that. So
that's crazy.
Let's just pray Wardlow goes back next year, because I literally, the second they announced him, I completely destroyed my summer schedule just to meet him.
Well, the Dorkening does know Mitch, so yeah, Mitch, get on it. Let's bring back Wardlow for next year. I would like to meet him too, because Wardlow's my favorite as well.
He's the sweetest.
Yeah. And I actually saw it. I saw it one year, and I think it was 2021. Yeah, it was 2021. I saw Ty Conti, and this was before she was with Sammy, or whatever. Yeah, with Sammy. But this is when she was single. I couldn't believe how tall I was compared to her, and she just literally walked by, and she was hot. She looked hot. I'm not gonna lie.
So I have a celebrity walking by story that I don't know if you'll hate me or love me for. It was New York Comic Con 2019, and we were in line to meet Chris Sabat, and Jess Harnell was there, and I had met him the year before, and we got along very well, so I went to go say hi, and he was right next to Kevin Conroy.
Ooh,
so out of nowhere comes Mark Hamill. So, and he's just shakes Kevin Conroy's hand, just yells out, "Hey everyone, free photo op," and pretends to choke him. He's posing with Kevin Conroy, posing with him and Tara Strong. And then I grew a pair, and I'm like, Mr. Hamill, and I just hear behind me, "Dad, this girl is trying to get your attention." And he came over to me and he shook my hand, and I got to my friend, and he's like, "Why do you look like that?" I'm like, "I shook Mark Hamill's hand." And I cry very easily, and I was just like bawling because I
Aw.
shook his hand, and he is chaotic good. I love Mark Hamill.
That's awesome.
He's a sweetheart. Jess
Yeah.
Harnell is a sweetheart. John St. John is very nice and every year wishes me a happy birthday. So, and I have a lunch date with Maurice LaMarche.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
he is so wonderful.
He is.
I haven't
Yes.
met him personally, but I've gotten to talk to the people after the guys, the gents, after they've spoken with him and stuff. I do have one more wrestling thing. Do y'all like
By all
with the
means.
ladies wrestling the Miami Sweet Heat, the twin Carlson twins?
I think I've
Have
heard
not
of
heard
them.
of
Yeah.
them.
They they're one. I can't remember which wrestling. They switched from one wrestling thing to another, but they're a like tag team twins match, and they're my like second cousin's daughters. I used to babysit
Oh.
them though, back when they were
Oh,
like itty bitty little twins, and now they like one of them dyes their hair so that you can kind of tell them apart a bit.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm like, I have all these stories that I will not share and destroy your reputation from how horrible you were as little children.
Yeah.
No, they were really sweet little girls, but
Yeah.
it's like you watch them and they're like, money, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I remember when you were like 3.
That's awesome.
It's
So,
fun.
and
Anyway, sorry, squirreled off.
one more plug to break out. My good friend Melly Playful over at Melly Playful and Tango over on YouTube. If you love watching video games, people playing video games, and Melly Playful and Tango are the ones for you. So check it out on the YouTube channel, Melly Playful and Tango. And this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Uh, You can trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You could also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You could also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as your wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. And if you happen to be in the Southington, Connecticut area and you want to check out this wonderful place, as well as some wonderful events that they have going on as well too, you can check out their website over at mjvideogames.com. And this episode is also brought to you by Hardcore Sweet Bakery, also in Southington, Connecticut. If you have a sweet tooth and you wanna dig into some good, delectable uh, pastries of cupcakes and cookies and other fine um, sweet stuff or anything like that, they also have vegan stuff as well too. And you definitely want to check this out. So check them out over at their website over at hardcoresweetbakery.com. And if you want to wash these wonderful treats down, I have a couple places for you. One being Purgatory Coffee Roasters, also in Southington, Connecticut. They have I tried their new drink, which is on my YouTube channel right now, which is in theme for the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem that came out a few weeks ago. It is amazing. It is amazing. I tried the Mutagen Ooze, and it's a green tea matcha, uh, green apple matcha with a with a pizza gummy in there, floating on the top, and it was amazing. So you definitely want to check that out. And they have some other ones as well too. One modeled after Splinter, and there was another one I forgot what it was, but you definitely want to check this out. Other than being in Southington, they have one in Middletown, West Hartford, and Brantford. But I suggest going to the one in Southington. Um, but you can check out their stuff over at purgatoryroasters.com, and you can follow them on their Facebook page as well. Also, if coffee or other refreshments aren't your thing, but beer is, you can check out the Witch Doctor Brewing Company over in Southington as well too. They make their own beer and it's amazing. I recommend the Juju Juice and Squirrel.
He's listening intently. So
Yes. Mojo
Yes.
likes the banana rum, and which is why he's not here because he's pretty much drinking a lot of it right now. Um, so we got witchdoctorbrewing.com for a list of their home brews that they have going on there. So definitely check it out. And for your reading material, go on to boomtubecomics.com. And we have a latest update since we're doing the monologue right now. So we have an exclusive. We have a mugshot to show off of one Donald J. Trump. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this.
He looks constipated.
There you go.
Like he's just, I gotta go! I gotta go!
But we tackle celebrities on the show and everything like that, and Donald Trump, unfortunately, is a celebrity or lack thereof. But ladies and gentlemen, we just happen to have an exclusive interview with him, so a little surprise for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump. There you go. Rabble, 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 rabble. Yeah, he's pretty pissed off.
I don't know what he said, but he's probably racist.
All the above. He's still claiming his innocence.
But they had spray tan all over the documents. We know it was him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh my god.
But those documents that he had in his Mar-a-Lago bathroom, he was his excuse would probably be, I was using it as toilet paper. That's just a lifetime supply of toilet paper. That's all it was. It's all fake news. I'm innocent. But then when he finally does go to trial, he's going to be like, I plead the fifth. Donald Trump, is that your real name? I plead the fifth. How much alcohol do you drink? I plead the fifth.
Have you heard his diet? Like, it's like some YouTube channel actually copied what he eats every day, and they were so disgusted and so sick afterwards.
Yeah, I think it was like cheeseburgers and McDonald's hamburgers and Diet Coke.
That and only Domino's pizza toppings, but not the pizza itself. They would have, I think he had those vanilla sandwich cookies and a Diet Coke.
Oh my
I think his
God.
breakfast was like a egg McMuffin and something. Like, yeah, it's just unhealthy.
My God.
The pizza toppings, but so kind of like a melted charcuterie board of shit.
Pretty much. I mean, you know what they say, you are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't try Diet Coke, you get Coke Zero. It's just...
I'm not a fan of Coke Zero. I don't want nothing zero. It's got to be diet.
Drink break.
We're like, drink. Cat's
Yes,
like,
but-
screw you.
But I have the kitty cup.
I should have had some alcohol instead of a Monster drink. I was contemplating that. I was contemplating that because I was gonna drink some Bud Light because I have a Bud Light in the fridge, and I wanted to do that to piss off Kid Rock because the idiot was caught on camera drinking a can of Bud Light, and I'm like, really?
Didn't he write like a whole OK Boomer anthem?
Yeah. Yeah, he also shot went on social media shooting up an Uzi, using an Uzi or whatever, a submachine gun or whatever, and shooting at at cases of of Bud Light, and he was like, all because of Dylan Mulvaney getting like a collect, getting her own can of Bud Light, which you can't even buy in stores, and he was like all pissed off about it, and like, really?
Oh, oh, his little feelings are hurt. He didn't get his own
Yeah.
can because he's garbage.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it's like he's talking about Bud Light being all woke and everything. And if anybody's going woke, it's him because he sold himself out. He had some good albums back in the late '90s, and then with Ba with a Ba and that other song that he sang and everything like that. And it was a good album. Don't get me wrong, it was a good album. But then he sold himself out to becoming a redneck hillbilly inbred hick.
Except for the fact his dad is loaded and he grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah,
So,
and
massive hypocrite.
hmm exactly. And there was old pictures of him with transgender people and everything at a club and drinking what else? Some Bud Light and everything else. So yeah, massive hypocrite.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really like his music.
I don't. I stopped listening to his music up once he became a sellout. So
My family, we like to say that we aren't woke because we were never asleep. We've
yeah,
always just accepted whatever, you know. We accept
and,
people as people individually, who they
yeah,
are, not what color of skin they have, not what their beliefs are, not what gender they are,
exactly,
or anything like that. It's
exactly.
just, I accept you as Tom. I accept you as Tails.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't care what
actually, I
you.
actually identify myself as a dog. So
I should have
hound dog.
gotten out my dog puppet. I can't remember if I could name him Roscoe or Rufus. I think it's Roscoe, my new dog
Yeah.
puppet that I got, but I
Oh,
didn't.
there you go. There you
He's
go.
buried under the rest of the booze that fills up the cage. Oh, you don't understand.
Are we gonna see like a group AA meeting of some of your characters,
All of my
No,
which
family.
would be
they're in a
moderated
comfortable
by, and
place.
then Mojo happens to show up there too and be like, "I'm Mojo, and I drink banana rum."
We're having an intervention with the puppets.
That would be funny as hell though. Do like a little bit with the puppets and everything, and they're all drunk and everything like that. They're trying to get sober and everything, and they're trying to go clean, and it turns out to be one big mess.
A bunch of finger goats too. They can kind of come in and yell at people. Once I
Yeah, just
started
have
doing it,
one
my
finger, be like,
family was
"You."
yeah, my family was like, oh, we have to add to it, so they keep buying me more things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't spend my whole show doing puppets, but
Or be like, or they can be like, oh, you can just talk to the hand, and there'd be like a hand with a face on it, and be like, hello. I
yeah,
have many ideas. Trouble is, most of them suck.
I think that'd
I
be
have,
fun.
I have many ideas. I just have the attention span of a gym sock.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't smell like one.
Nope, I smell like. What do I smell like right now? Vampire's blood from Bath and Body Works.
Oh,
I never
okay.
heard of that one.
All right, that works.
It's new. It's new and it smells so good.
I wear myrrh, so I'm always surrounded by myrrh. I like have myrrh melts. I have myrrh oil for my hair. I wear
Oh,
myrrh.
so that's
How
why we're
about
on the
Murrah
same.
frankincense?
I do have some frankincense. I make a lot of my own oils now, so
I was trying to I was trying to make that into a joke.
yeah, yeah, but they do smell really good together. It's a strange
Ah,
thing.
Well, I was gonna crack the joke as the bunny dragon I was dressed as. Her name is Myrrh. So
okay.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I have little stickers and bags and bottles for everything because I make them for my family, and they have apothecary.
nice.
Yeah, so I make everybody little bath sets or just scent sets of different kinds and give them out. I'll just send you
Oh, that's
some more.
awesome. Me right now, I smell like sweat and shame. So
So typical Thursday.
yeah. Well, we start the weekend early, so that's why.
You look like a cedar and patchouli kind of guy. Just a hint of patchouli, not the like, oh, I'm a hippie patchouli, but
Yeah.
just that little
Yeah.
spice to lift it up, you know?
Yeah. But I also smell like Axe Brightly spray to mask the sweat and shame.
So basically, a high school locker room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I have concerns.
Yes.
Well, make sure you, see, you need
But
to do
but actually I'm the one that's thrown in the locker.
that.
Oh, I did lock a friend in a locker by accident and got stuck
Oh, shit.
back when I was in high school because she was so tiny. She was like 4'11", and she hopped in the locker and we shut the door and then we couldn't get it out. We couldn't get her out.
Oh
We had to
no.
like
Oh
the gym teacher
no.
had to pry her out.
Oh
They did that
boy.
to me once because when I was in high school, I was like 5 foot aught and like 100 pounds, and so I could fit in the gym lockers only because our regular lockers were tall and really narrow, but the gym lockers were wider, and I could get into it. And they didn't put the padlock back on though, so I could get out. But it was like I was one of like two or three people that were small enough to fit into them, so they just wanted to see what it was actually like to put somebody in a locker because you know, all the bully things are like, oh, they shut him into a locker. And you're like,
Oh man.
how do these people fit into the lockers? Who are the ones that fit in the lockers?
And believe and
Who was the one that fit in a
it
locker?
was weird because what you see right now, if you take the facial hair and you put it on my head, I would have a full head of hair. I would have a full head of hair, and that's what I would look like in high school. No lie.
Hmm.
Literally no lie.
Let's see. Back in high school, I had jet black hair and I was probably about 50 pounds heavier.
I was about half my weight. So I've got the had a kid, take seizure meds, take depression
Yeah.
meds. Yeah,
Yeah, everything just makes you want to gain weight.
Yeah.
it does. It does. It's but goals, working on getting thinner for the next year. That way, when I get to
Woo.
Terrificon next year, these are like the goals. I'm setting Terrificon as one of my goal things, so
Yeah.
that I'll have less weight on my knees, so that running around, I can get more of that done without wearing out so fast.
Don't wear heels then, because I was ready to die after I was in my heels all
Oh
day.
no,
Oh
I've already
boy.
done New Orleans and stuff before, so I know how to wear the comfy shoes. So yeah,
Oh, I was not sacrificing anything for this cosplay. I wanted to look cute,
There you go.
and I did. Which is why New York Comic Con, where did he go?
There you
Look at
go.
this. Shield Hero.
yay!
Oh, I couldn't even really say. Oh,
Master not for me.
awesome.
That'll be me at New
Oh,
York Comic
nice.
Con. And
That is awesome.
we'll see about Rhode Island, what the plans are. But
Yeah.
either way, we'll be taking lots of videos wherever we go.
Awesome. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing them.
We are too.
Yes.
Especially we
And
got to see Tim Curry. We got to see him.
oh yeah,
Yes.
Him.
amazing.
Chris Evans is going. So I mean, we got to go see America's Ass. Henry Cavill is going. So my friend is already peeing himself because he's a massive Superman fan.
Nice.
And of course, I don't know, it might change. FTR is on the card, Jamie Hayter, Sting. So I get my wrestling in.
Sting.
It's Sting!
I was thinking about the short British singer, but
That would only be if Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller were going.
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, and that's something you're gonna find, Tom Dog, that one of the reasons why Jeremy's gonna be on break a bit is because he and Leo are hitting almost every convention up and down the coast right now with some of
Lucky.
the
Nice.
Asoka guys. So it's like
Yeah, they
record
just
from
came
all the
back to
different-
they just came back from Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, right?
well, I know they were at the Maryland Pop and Horror Con, and then there was another one. I think it could have been Pennsylvania, but they are hitting almost everything that's around them,
Nice.
and it's just it's awesome for them, and they've put up so many videos. But it's just it's just exhausting once they get back, because they're
Yeah.
not just attending, they're interviewing everybody. So it's like, oh, I just spent 15 hours behind a camera today asking all of these people questions
Yeah.
and then trying to remember to eat and breathe. And
Yeah.
The con funk is real.
I, Terrificon was my first con ever. And I like, I was so confused when I got home. It was just like, I don't
So
word now. They aren't there in head. What? Is it day? Okay.
so that's Turficon is definitely a very good beginner con.
Yeah.
There's Kineticon, which was the week before. I didn't go because I have no PTO left at my job, and because
Yeah.
2023 was the year of fuck around. Well, don't fuck around and find out. From surgery, 2 surgeries, December, January. I caught COVID in February. I lost my grandfather in March, and then a lot of other crappy stuff. So I lost all my PTO this year.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's you gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, I lost a lot of weight because of it.
Yeah.
And I kept my sense of taste and smell, so there was that.
That's good.
Yeah,
There
that
you
was
go.
my biggest fear. And God's honest truth, when I caught COVID, if my boyfriend didn't test himself, I would have never have known.
Oh my God.
Oh, so yeah. Well, at least you had the mild case then.
I had a very, very mild case, but that was the big fear because I have asthma. So,
Oof.
but I also, because I work in a pulmonologist's office, they're always encouraging get the boosters, get vaccinated, get everything. So I had the 2 main shots and then I had the 2 boosters. So I was in pretty good shape. And then I had the doctor at my office calling me like, how are you feeling? Do you need anything? My regular pulmonologist was checking on me. So like nothing but good hands, thank God.
Oh my
Because all my
God.
doctors I work with are fantastic.
Awesome.
Wow.
In fact, I'm going to Horror Fest for one of them to get Elvira's autograph.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh,
And Art the Clown's going to be there too.
Pass on Clowns, Terrified of Clowns, but Bill Moseley is going to be there, and I absolutely love Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh, there you go.
I've had a crush on Bill Moseley since he was Chop Top and I was in high school. And my boyfriend at the time was like, what does that say about me? That's who you're attracted to. And I'm like, I think you better
I
go
have a
talk
huge,
to Glenn.
I have a huge crush on Elvira, and I don't care if she came out. I don't care. She's still hot. She really is hot.
Yeah, the doctor says the same thing, but then he jumped right over to, well, Stephanie McMahon's really hot too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you have an off button, sir? Then I remembered I started talking about Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Wardlow, so I shut my mouth right away.
Yes. And I went to Horror Fest one year, and they had the original actor who played I forgot the actor's name, but he played the original Pinhead.
Doug
And
Bradley.
Oh,
yeah, Doug Bradley, yeah. And I could not get to that line. I could not get to it. I was like, son of a bitch. They also
yeah.
had they also and at the same time they had the actor who played Jigsaw on the other side of the hall.
Ooh.
And I was like, even that line was long. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But I ran into an old friend uh, that I worked with that I got to know when I was at the cable studio where I was originally doing my shows from. Um, I actually reunited with him, and his name is Carmine Capabianco.
Hmm.
He did the Galactic Gigolo, and he also did Psychos in Love, and which is one of my favorite movies now. Originally my number one favorite of his was Galactic Gigolo, but then I bought a copy of one of Psychos in Love, and he autographed it for me, and yeah, it's one of my favorite films now of him, and it's really awesome. I'm going to be reviewing it this year and for Halloween, and a year or so ago he passed away, and
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so I'm gonna be doing a tribute to him and everything like that because I never really got around to do that. But I did induct him into the Channel X Hall of Fame. So
That's cool.
Yay.
yeah, and so yeah, I'm gonna try to get some people that know him personally to have a little memorial for him and everything like that. We could talk about some of his movies and everything like that. So that's in the works as of right now.
Nice.
Very.
Yes. All right, let's get it. Okay, that was a long monologue, but that's okay.
The 40-minute.
I don't mind. It's always fun. It's always fun. Actually, I'm going to add some more to that. Gamescom was is this week, and did anybody catch that on YouTube?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that I covered in my gamers special and everything. So just the same stuff that they showed um in videos and everything like that. So it looks pretty good. Um,
I have a gaming addiction, so I've been trying to back off watching any gaming things because
yeah.
otherwise it's like if I start playing again, I
Always
won't
with
do
me.
anything else.
It is.
It's dangerous for me. Like I was
Right.
playing 14 hours a day before.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh, it's not showing. Oh, that's because it's advertising a different game. But I have Tears of the Kingdom loaded onto here that I've been playing. Yes, I got it. I got a day off.
This is my addiction right here.
Yes. Then you need these.
Well, what is that? I can't really.
They're
see.
amiibo cards. Because I'm not going to spend
okay.
$20 each on figures when I can get this whole set for 20.
Oh, there you go. Now, where did you get that?
eBay.
eBay.
eBay
Okay.
from a very good seller because one of them didn't work and I sent them a message and I was just expecting to, well, it sucks to suck. And they're like, send us a picture, tell us what's wrong. And I sent them a quick picture. It's like, it's not loading. A week later, new card in the mail.
Nice.
No charge.
Awesome. Awesome.
So I gotta get sellers.
Yeah, because right now the only Zelda amiibos I have, which they're right next to me because I've been using them frequently, in Tears of the Kingdom.
Can I also just say, I ran into an armored Lionel and fuck you too.
You know, I came across one Lionel throughout the whole damn game, and I didn't have enough energy to attack him. So yeah, and I haven't seen one since. But I did run into my
the
first
hands, those were hell.
oh my god, they are scary. I don't give a damn what I don't care what anybody says. Those gloom hands are scary. So I was like, oh hell no. But I got a hold of them. But I haven't come across a or a demon Ganon yet that came after those gloom hands. I have not came across that yet.
So I was the dumbass. I saw them like, I got this. I got any challenge. I went right for them and dead.
Yes.
My boyfriend's like, I'm sorry, honey. What was that? You got this?
I did come across cross paths with my first Gleeok, which was the flame one, which was the flame Gleeok, and it was a pain in the ass fight. All of a sudden, I was this close to getting him until the bastard knocked me off the bridge.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm not going back up there and fighting him. And I was like, I'm going to wait until I get the Master Sword, which I did. And then.
Can you kite them?
So I'm actually. So they're flying a lot, so no.
Yeah.
But the recommendations I've gotten are bows that fire multiple arrows.
Yes.
And combining the big swords together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I usually play MMOs, so I'm kind of like WoW, Forsaken World, and those are my games. Or games that include fishing. I play Dark Cloud too. Just for the sake of fishing.
So then you've played Sonic DX.
No, I haven't. I didn't know there was fishing involved.
Yes, all Big the Cat does is fish.
Oh wow.
Then I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
My most
Big the
modern
cat.
example is
I
PS2.
out of all the characters in that Sonic Adventure series, Big the cat is by far the worst character I ever played.
But it's John St. John.
Yeah. I mean, it was good that he wasn't playable in the second one.
No, he
I'm
just
glad for
randomly
that.
showed up.
Yeah. I mean, and that was fine, but but as a playable character, I did not like it. I was just glad to be over because you have to go after Froggy and everything like that, and
And Froggy's
it
an
was
asshole.
oh, don't get me started with that. Those fishing missions are a pain in the ass.
Oh my god, I hated them.
Froggy, come
Froggy!
back, Froggy.
And then they introduced another fucking frog. It's like, dude, come on. Wait, no, sorry, no, that was another Chow. My mistake.
Yeah, I know,
Cream and
right?
Chocola, who just after Sonic Heroes just fucks right off, and you never mention him again.
But yeah, here is I have three Zelda I have three Link amiibos. I have this one for Smash Brothers
Yes.
and which is one of my which is a good one. I also have this one when they had the Link's Awakening remaster.
That's
Have you
Which is
gotten the costume?
I did, but I sold it.
I would too. The head is so awkward.
Yeah, but I didn't unlock it. I didn't get it in the treasure chest. It was randomly in the amiibo,
Yep, that's how
and
I got.
but I did get Epona from this one.
So if you played Breath of the Wild on your Switch, all of your horses come over into it. So I have like 4
Yeah.
Eponas now.
Oh, nice.
So
I
is
did
this,
I did
is
not
this
get. I
available
played
for-
Breath of the Wild, but I don't have. I didn't put any horses in there.
I'm sorry, but what were you asking, Carrie?
Oh, are the is this? I don't know what the amiibos are. Is it unlockable
They're
content?
figure. Yeah, they're in some of the Nintendo games, you scan it into um your Switch console, and you can unlock stuff
Okay.
with it, regardless of some games that you can play. I know in Mario Kart you can unlock some racing suits. Um, in if you have any Legend of Zelda amiibo like this one I have here,
I have that one.
the Pixel Link, which is my personal favorite, and you can unlock some other stuff too and everything. It's really neat.
Oh, very
In
cool.
in Fire Emblem Fates, any of the amiibos that came out before it, you would then get them into your party. So I know that much because I play the shit out of Fire Emblem.
Yeah, and it's weird with the Pokemon amiibo that they have. You'd think that they would use that for the Pokemon video games.
Does Nintendo ever really make sense? They make great
Of
games,
course,
but they don't
they're
always make sense.
It's a multi-million-dollar company, so yeah.
I remember when they made games back when I was like in high school, and I graduated in '93, so that'll give you an idea of what I was playing. But there was oh god, I've looked it up before, and it was some kind of wizard quest or something like that. But it started off and there's a house and you could be one of the family members and stuff and you were supposed to go around and unlock things. Well, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then finally I was like checking around, I ran off to one side and I pushed down and there was a secret entrance to underground. I
Oh
thought it
wow.
was a secret entrance to underground. But I'd get down there and then I couldn't move around anywhere else there. And I was just very confused on it. And I was babysitting one night for my one of my teacher's kids, and I just grabbed all my games because he said they had that system, so I brought them all over so he could see them. And he wanted to try that one. I'm like, it's really weird to try to get around. And depending on the shape of your TV screen back at the time, then if you had, you know how we used to have those ones that were slightly rounded,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then there were the flat ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was that it worked on, but it didn't work on the other one because you couldn't see it. But the one that they had, you could actually see the ladders and all the different things that were at the very
Oh,
bottom of the screen. So I just
Oh
gave him the
neat.
game because I couldn't play it. but he
Oh
was
wow.
able to. So it was like, okay. So that was something I kind of had a problem with him for, because it was like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not rich enough to be able to play all your games on that fancy TV, you know.
Yeah.
Got to use
I
the one
do
that the parents bought. So
I do have a game recommendation for you then.
okay,
Undertale.
okay, what's that about?
So it's an RPG. It's about the main character. Also, humans and the people of the underground, they were at war, so now it's all monsters in the underground, humans on top. There's a barrier, so the monsters can't get to the top. This one human comes down and is rescued by one of the monsters, Toriel, and you have the choice of either playing as the pacifist and you don't fight, you don't kill, you show mercy, you compliment, you insult, but you don't kill. Or there's the genocide run where you just kill everything, just like a normal game. And then you can do both. You can spare some people and kill others. And the game remembers. So you can go ahead and you can start off and do a genocide run. And then you can go into the next, you could start a new game and do pacifist, but they're going to remember.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell you how many times, like, I believe they'll tell you, like, oh, you've done this before, you've done this before, you've done that before. And it's so good. It's basically like a love letter to Earthbound.
Yeah, I was because I seen Game Grumps play that, and it was
That's how we got into it. And then I
it
got it.
the game looks amazing, especially that
It is.
the characters that are in there.
Oh, I have it for the PlayStation. I think it's on my PlayStation 5 now. I think I
Nice.
might have it for the Switch too. I have so many damn games on the thing. Like, of course, I have Saints Row because I love Saints Row. I did not get the new one though because fuck that game.
No.
It looks like shit. Bring back
Yes.
Gat. Bring back Shondi. Bring back everyone else. Leave that shit in the past.
Mhm. Yeah, it was their attempt. It was Violation's attempt to reboot the series because after the fourth one.
I mean, I suppose because the world did get destroyed, but I mean, Gat Out of Hell, which should have just been a DLC. I still played it because I'm a sucker for for games I like.
I'm not gonna lie, Gat Out of Hell was actually pretty awesome.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, but like there wasn't enough content for it to be a full game.
Yeah.
Like
it should have been a DLC with which it was rumored to be at one point. It was supposed to be a GTA 4 DLC along with Enter the Dominatrix, which it was.
So I also know that Saints Row 4 was part of a DLC for Saints Row 3 because they were doing that whole galactic movie thing, which I bought 3 and 4 on the Switch. Back in my old job, I had that, and when the Borderlands games came out on the Switch, I had it marked on my calendar, and everyone's like, why is that date circled on your calendar? Because I'm going to be up at midnight downloading that game because I want it. And I did. I got up at 5 o'clock in the next morning, but it was like, hey, they're downloaded. Let's go.
There you go.
But because I had it on the calendar, I couldn't call out.
Yeah.
Though I was smart, and I did get my my booster the day that Scarlet and Violet came out, so I was able to play it the day of.
Nice. I actually wound up getting Scarlet on day one. Originally, I got Violet as I pre-ordered Violet, but then I realized I had enough more, and I traded in some more stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me get Scarlet as well too. And so yeah, this was the first Pokemon game that I've completed the Pokédex on.
Nice.
The very first. And beat the game, but I haven't 100% completed because there's some other stuff that I'm trying to do in there.
God's honest truth, I've never 100% completed a game.
Yeah, I came close with when I came close to one game. It was on the 360. It was TMNT. When that 2002 movie came out or something like that. The CGI one.
With was it Seamus that was Rocksteady?
No, that was the sequel to the one that was Michael Bay Turtles.
Okay.
This one was a cartoon was a computer generate a CGI cartoon movie.
Okay.
of which was done by Warner Brothers.
I don't remember that one, but then again, I was like 2002.
Patrick
I was.
they had to go and capture monsters and everything. 13 monsters, and the
Hmm.
one of the gods was voiced by Patrick Stewart.
You almost had my attention because I thought you were going to say Patrick Stump. I was like, down, but no. Then again, I do love Patrick Stewart too. So
Yeah, and it was a good movie. And so yeah, I actually bought the video game that was based on it, and I needed one more achievement for it, and I came this close to getting it, and so I didn't 100% complete the game. I came really close to doing it.
You know what game really pissed me off with trying to do completion was Castlevania, because you had to
oh,
get 200% completion to get. It was
What?
like, why would
Which
you have to
one?
get 200%? The original.
Oh, okay.
on the SNES.
We had it on PlayStation eventually because my
Okay, so
eventually
that was probably Castlevania Symphony of the Night or the other one.
I'm not sure. It was the earliest one I believe that you could get on the PlayStation. It was just we bought the first one that we had. It was my SO at the times game. He was all about it, and I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was a site. It was a, what do you call it
And
when
it
you like?
had the music was good. Don't get me wrong, the music was good, and they had that one Symphony of the Night. I remember playing them immensely, like tons, and they basically nicknamed it Metroidvania because the map was like you're playing a game of Metroid,
Yeah.
and there
Once you
were
got
at the
you
beginning of
had
the
to like go through the castle backwards after you were done.
yeah, that was probably Symphony of the Night, and but at the very beginning, there was like, "What is a man? A miserable lies of secrets." But enough
So
talk. Have at it.
I'm trying to find the one I had as on my Super Nintendo, but I can't figure out which one I had.
If you had it for the Super Nintendo, it was Castlevania 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one we had, and my sister and I were way too young. We didn't figure that game
That
out.
game was awesome. That game with the rotating background and everything like that. Oh, that was
Okay, yeah, I
awesome.
remember that. I definitely remember that.
So
I pretty much played all the Castlevania games.
we went from when we were little, we had the Atari 1600, and my mom would every now and then like shout out in the middle of the night when I was, like a little one, because she'd be playing. I think it was Space Invaders. Is that where they had the things that moved across the top and
Yes.
they looked like
Yeah,
manta rays or something, and then they would poop
Yeah.
on
yeah.
you, is what we
Yep.
called it. And then there'd be the invisible little, and I was good at it, and she was good at it, and she'd be playing, and she'd be like, Carrie, get up. I'm like, what? Play the game. I have to go to the bathroom. Like, okay. I'd haul myself out of bed, go over and be playing the game while she ran off to the bathroom and play a level or two for her, and then can I go back to bed? Yeah, I'll call you if I need you again. Okay.
My dad did that to me. He had gotten Sonic Colors, I think, which I've never played. And it was like 3:00 in the morning. I had to be up at 5. And he calls me and he goes, Julie, I'm really stuck on this level and I don't know what to do. And I'm half asleep. I'm like, you go the fuck to bed. Click.
I was only like 6, so I couldn't really pull that.
I was probably like 27, 28, but I mean, I was
Yeah.
cursing around him at like 13.
I
So like,
Well, then we moved out to the farm, and my stepbrother and stepsister moved in with us, and then we got whichever Nintendo system it was that came with Mario, Duck Hunt, and the
the Nintendo.
Probably
pad.
the NES.
Yeah, so we had the pad, and we
World
tried to play.
class track meet.
Thank you. I could not remember that one. But no, did anybody ever actually run on it, or did you just use your fists to run really fast and leave them up and then land them back down again? You
I
actually
did, but I gotta say, using that on the like literally doing my feet, doing the jogging and everything like that. I had a really good exercise with that. I really did.
See, now that makes sense to me. When we were little, though, well, not little. At that point, we were probably junior high-ish, middle school to junior high-ish range. And so, but you'd go to do it, and then whoever you were playing with would just be like, "I'm just using my hands," you know.
Yeah, a lot of kids did it, but my sister and I were we just ran, and for strange reason. My sister used to get a lot of medals because she was she used to play a lot of track and everything like that when she was in school and everything.
Mhm.
But then when I played against her, I would always win. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, you're supposed to be faster than me, and I'm shorter and fatter than you are. I
I,
was like,
I
what's going
also
on?
I was also the only one who figured out that you could move the ducks on Duck Hunt. And so, like, my step siblings would be
Yeah.
playing against me, and it'd be like, "Oh, look, the duck just swooped down when you were shooting at it. I wonder. Hmm. Look, the dog's laughing at you. Ha ha ha."
I knew about that, but we weren't really my sister and I weren't competitive like that, so we weren't really like jerks to each other when it came to that. However, whenever I invited my friends over to play duck hunt, they never knew about that until I said, why are the ducks moving the way they are?" And I said, "Well, you need to be a good shot." It's like, "Are you moving the ducks?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But I made sure that I was away from them so they couldn't see me. So, and
So,
sometimes they would just go right up against the screen.
So my sister and I were probably our SNES. So we did not know any of that stuff. We didn't know about the moving ducks. We loved playing Mario. We
Yeah.
loved playing the old Zelda games. And then we got the SNES. And we would spend hours playing Super Mario World 3. That was our jam. And then she just
Oh, I
lost
love that.
interest in video games. No, my
Yeah.
my bread and butter, and I was playing this up until I was a freshman in high school, was Chrono Trigger. That was my jam. Still my jam. I would play the shit out of that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. How about
Chrono
Super
Cross,
Mario
not so much.
RPG?
The second they announced that, I cried. That was my jam, and that's actually something we're going to be playing on the channel later on. Because my
Nice.
sister and I spent hours playing RPG.
What do you think about the remaster?
I'm hype. I'm hype as hell for it. I cannot wait. There's also another Sonic game in the works, and they have, if you
Hmm.
pay extra for the special edition, the original Sonic look, which was a bunny.
Nice.
So I don't
That's
know if I'm going to
awesome.
be a whore and buy that. I haven't decided.
so transitioning real quick with the new Super Mario remaster, whichever game you're talking about, because I don't know all of
Super
them.
Mario RPG.
Okay,
Yes.
is that going to be voiced by the?
No, they're going by the original material because there wasn't Charles Martinet never really voiced Super Mario until Mario 64,
Okay.
and so and segueing into that, Charles Martinet announced that Nintendo announced that he's stepping down as the voice of Mario, and he's taking on a new role for Nintendo as Mario ambassador, which means he's probably going to go to like different towns, just spreading the word of Mario, so to speak, and everything. So he's just going to be, it's going to be really good. It's going to be, it's sad to see him go, um, and we kind of knew that he was going. It was either retirement or, you know, God forbid, passing and everything. But we never expected him to have. We never expected. Um, Nobody had Mario Ambassador on our bingo cards, on our Charles Martinet bingo card. Um, it was either basically just like he's going to retire and everything. But but that raises. But not only has he voiced Mario, he's also voiced Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario. Um, so so that's a good list. But he's more famous as voicing Mario
Sure.
in the video games. And there was also saying um that there's not going to be any voice acting for Super Mario Wonder. That's where he turns into an elephant in one of the as a power up. Um,
I remember the raccoon or Tanuki.
yeah, yeah, and but he is so yeah. As far as I know, there's no going to be voice acting in that one. So pretty much his last voice work was on the Super Mario Brothers movie,
Hmm.
and
Have
because
Have they said who's
he
gonna replace him yet?
um now that's a good question. Nothing has been confirmed on a replacement for um, Mario in the video games. So I'm thinking that maybe since they have all his original recordings and everything like that, maybe they might rehash it and just use the recordings on there.
That would make sense. Save quite a bit of money too from having
Yeah,
to hire somebody and get them
Yeah, but
to get into the same groove.
I mean
but
that,
that's
and they wouldn't have to pay him for new work. Maybe just royalties.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So he's still getting a lot of royalties through there because they got tons of Mario games with his voice already, and as a matter of fact, I think where the hell was it? Because I know I have it, and I dare not trade that in. Here we go. The Mario
I have
3D.
I couldn't get my hands on the real copy. I had to actually get the digital because I went to like 5 or 6 different places just to find it with no luck. Like I even bought it,
Yeah,
paid for it, and then I'm like, oh, well, it's actually out of stock. I'm like, the website you said you had like 10 copies.
yeah,
I mean, as long
and
as it's not Chris Pratt, I'm happy.
yeah. Well, no, Chris Pratt's not going to voice the video games. I mean, thank God for that. But he did a pretty good job voicing him in the movie.
He was okay. I'm not a Chris Pratt fan.
Yeah,
I think he's a dumpster fire of a human being. So
yeah,
I don't know anything
yeah,
about him other than the things he's done. I
yeah.
only know like his characters. I don't know anything about him. So
Yeah.
I'll leave you in that happy little world. Then you don't want to hear the
Yeah.
shitty things he's done.
okay, I'm good there.
Oh,
And I didn't get it. I dumbly after you told me about what we were doing, I was looking at my room like I don't. Okay, I played up through 3, like, but we had to rent 3. We only owned 1 and 2 of the Mario
yeah,
Brothers. And then I had friends who had the Super Mario World, but I was like, I have never heard Mario speak. Did I just ignore it the whole time? It's like, no, there was no actual voice. I was watching
yeah,
videos and like, when's he gonna say something? He didn't say anything.
yeah. We didn't.
But
Yeah, we didn't start hearing him speak until Mario 64,
yeah,
and
Can
so
we
then I
just
felt,
can we go back to the nostalgic moment of renting video games and video game
yes,
systems?
yes,
yes,
I
good
had a
old
friend
blockbuster.
who owned the Super Mario World, and he would like whenever we'd play, he'd voice Yoshi and stuff, and he'd be like all super nice as you were playing through a level, and then when Mario would start going into the castle and leave him behind, he'd be like, "You ride me all over. You weren't nice for me. I hope you die in there. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Have fun." Like, those horrible things. It was it was super fun. Like we would all just be dying laughter, and then it's like, oh shit, gotta play, gotta play.
Nice. But oh man. But yeah, Charles Martinet. I mean, we love you. We're still gonna play those classic video games, and with their voice and everything. So you'll still be with us in our hearts and everything. And
Especially
I thought
Mario
about
Party.
yes, in the Mario movie, he plays a Jumpman fan. Um,
Hmm.
who was a fan of you can see him playing Jumpman arcade game, and he's actually designed to look like the original Mario and everything. And but he is pretty cool. He's like, it's a perfect, wahoo! And I was like, I was laughing my ass off.
Can we also just
And
say how great it was having Jack Black be Bowser too? Like he was perfect.
oh yes, and you
Jack
know
Black was a treasure.
everyone's giving him praise for that, and I hope Peaches gets nominated for an Oscar. I hope,
Yes.
and you know, and I don't even know if he's going to get if there's ever going to if there's going to be a nomination for him at the VMAs. They're coming out in a couple of weeks. Um, I hope so. I got to look at the bracket because which means I would have to go on the MTV website, which I forbid myself because I pretty much boycotted MTV because they don't do music videos anymore.
Nah. Like what? So what? Is it like the WWE now, where it's like it doesn't stand for music TV? It's just MTV.
Mm-hmm. Just doesn't stand for anything.
God, I still remember being younger and like going to the MTV store at Times Square. And my grandmother, God rest her soul, bought me a Jackass T-shirt, and my grandfather,
Nice.
that she wasn't married to, my mother's father, saw me come
Yeah.
into the house with a Jackass T-shirt and had an absolute fit at me because he was
Oh
very
man.
Roman Catholic, no bad words, no this and that. And it's like Jackass. He
Oh
wasn't happy
man.
when I had the Jackass fabric poster from the movie theater either.
Oh boy.
I was always
But
pissing my grandpa off.
I love those Jackass movies, and
Oh,
it's
I
really
did too.
sad. It's really sad to hear about Bam Margera.
Yeah,
And
it
he
breaks
went
my
he
heart.
ever since Ryan Dunn passed, he went on this downward spiral, and it was really sad. And I just hope that he gets the help that he needs because he needs it bad, especially for his kids' sake and everything. Um, and I know that from what I understand, him and his wife went through a divorce too, so that didn't help. That didn't help much either. And and his ex-wife is trying to distance his son away from him, you know, until he gets better. So pretty much it's basically a goal that he needs to do, and it's like Steve-O tried to reach out to him, try to help him out, but that didn't help much either because soon as Steve-O started doing his shows on stage and everything like that, um, Bam just went out of control on that one. He still hasn't talked to Johnny Knoxville
Yeah, I
or
remember that
or
was really
Spike
bad.
Jones or Spike Jones at all, and it's really sad because he was supposed to be in Jackass 4, but because of all the stuff that's been going on, he was cut from the movie, and
Yeah.
they had and it's sad too because they had all his stuff filmed and everything, and they had to do the reshoots. That's why it took forever to make and everything. So it
My
was,
boyfriend my boyfriend and I talked about it. We thought, like, you know what? The one person we thought could reach him is DDP.
yeah, absolutely. And he's like the only one because Bam, we love you. You just need the help and everything. And especially with Vito passing away too, that didn't help much either at all
No, and he
either.
actually went after his brother, I think sometime earlier this year too. And
Yeah.
then he like disappeared and like I believe he turned himself in from what I can remember.
Yes. Yes. That was the latest one that I've heard too. But
It's so sad because like I remember like just binging Jackass and Viva La Bam and Bam's Unholy Union. Like
yeah.
and like Ryan Dunn was my favorite, and when he passed I was
Yeah.
devastated as well. And actually I remember thinking it was in poor taste. There was a movie that came out that starred Ryan Dunn where he was a ghost. He had passed away and he was haunting his friend who was about to hook up with Ryan Dunn's character's cousin. I'm like, you know what? I feel like this shouldn't have been released just with him passing. I feel like it was a little tasteless.
Yeah.
But that was also like forever ago.
If you've invested that much into a movie, though, and it is one of their last performances, you know,
Yeah.
you kind of want to let them get that last one out there, even if it's kind of...
I mean, playing a ghost is okay, just given the circumstance. Like, but if he did something really bad, like if he played a skinhead or something, that definitely probably would have gone in the trash.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, but we miss Ryan a lot, and Bam, just, get better, man. Get better. We miss you.
Yeah.
No. So
DDP, rescue him.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. But also, but Charles, good luck to you on your new journey with Nintendo as Mario ambassador, and definitely we're looking forward to seeing what's going to be coming next with you and in future projects and everything. So yeah, definitely.
See what happens when you go down the pipe.
Yes. And but I did thought about this long and hard, and yeah, Charles Martinet, definitely newest induction into the Channel X Hall of Fame.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Yay.
And well deserved. So basically, the Channel X Hall of Fame is basically those I honor. That it's just like my way of saying thank you and everything. And there's no plaques or trophies or anything like that. It's just basically my way of honoring them and everything. So to everybody, to those I put in, and one of my first ones was the Halo franchise when Halo 3 came out. So that was one of my first.
That was the first one I played, because I never had an Xbox. I was always strictly Nintendo and Sega.
Yeah.
And then it was actually, I was 23 when I got my first non-Nintendo or Sega system. My boyfriend got me for Christmas a PlayStation 2.
Nice.
But he also had the Xbox, and we played Halo. And I always got in trouble when I played.
Yes. I played everything Halo I have played.
I think the last one my boyfriend played was Reach.
Nice. That was a real good one. That was a real good one. And I don't have the room for it now, but I used to, at the old house that I was living in, I used to have this shrine of Halo stuff devoted for that. I had the miniature helmet that came with Halo 3. I've had the Halo Reach collector set with the with the with the 5 Reach characters, and that was also awesome. That was awesome.
See, I just have Magical Girl stuff.
Yeah. And I last year I saw the Halo series, and I was disappointed. That was the only disappointment that I had, because it was not true to the video game, and which you can see on this channel on last season, Channel X.
Check it out.
You can watch my disdain as the weeks go on about how I talked about that, but I will say something about Asoka, since we're talking about original series on digital streaming media, and as Tails' ears perk up when I said that. And the first 2 episodes were great. What did you think? Did Carrie or Tales? Have you seen them?
Not yet. I have a lot of Star Wars to catch up on.
Yeah.
Uh, that's where I'm at. I've watched. I think we were talking before, and I've watched the first of the new movies, and outside of that, there's just so much. And I'll sit and listen to people. They're like, "Oh, and I was watching Rebels. Oh, and then The Mandalorian. Oh, and then this and this and this and
Yeah.
all the little spin-off movies." I wasn't sure what order they went in, and then I finally was just like I really like augmented matrix algebra, but I don't think I can even fit this into something like that. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know how they connect. We're talking into
Yeah.
like 5 dimensions of Venn diagrams or something to get everything together.
Yeah.
And what you have to see the other. That same thing that Marvel did with like, oh,
Yeah.
but if you don't watch the show, think, well, why do I need to watch a show to watch a movie? Like, can you just
Yeah.
get a little
Watching
flashback or
all
something?
this stuff chronologically is really confusing. And but luckily Disney Plus sorted everything all out so I can watch the stuff I need to watch chronologically.
I
So
I did watch the trailer though, and it looks really good.
yeah.
I
Rosario, I will say Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka is a good get. It
She
really is.
she's unbelievably talented. I loved her in Rent. I
Yeah.
loved her in Daredevil. I think she was in Sin City 2. Well, the first one, not Sin City 2.
Yeah.
I think it's
Um
been so long since I saw that movie.
well I know Jessica Alba was in a Sin City movie.
And Elijah Wood.
Yes.
Gotta love Elijah Wood.
Oh yeah.
yes, I could
Yeah,
not watch it.
he's going to be in another project coming soon too. I don't know what for though.
If he does
But
something with Daniel Radcliffe, it'd be great.
Ooh,
I'm still waiting for that crossover to happen.
so,
Everyone is.
Yeah.
I can't.
It doesn't have to be a Lord of the Rings Harry Potter crossover, but just something where they're both in it. Because I like Daniel Radcliffe, especially when he played Weird Al Yankovic last year. And I mean it was awesome. The movie was so awesome. And you can watch it right now on Roku.
Woo. I do have from a reliable source. He is short.
Yeah,
He's very short.
yes
Because
he
my
is.
sister is, I believe, 5 foot, either 4 or 5, and she was in charge of doing his mics for a play or
Oh
for a
wow.
show, and he just like got into a very wide stance, and my sister's like, "Sir, do you think you're helping me? Sir, can you please stand up?" And he goes, "I'm sorry, I just have such a deep stance." "Yes, but I'm already taller than you, and I can't get to your mic if you're all the way down there."
Oh
And
man.
she's like, "Oh my god, I couldn't even fangirl over him because we're coworkers." And because my sister works on
Yeah.
Broadway,
Yeah.
so
he is
she's
tiny.
That's
oh my
awesome.
god, he's so itty bitty.
She works in New York.
Yes.
I'm take it.
She's currently wrapping up Funny Girl right now.
Oh nice.
She, I believe, is trying to get into movies, but I'm not 100% sure. She does love working on Broadway. She was on the
Yeah.
Tina Turner show. She was on Death
Nice.
of a Salesman. She did the play that Daniel Radcliffe was in. I didn't ask her the name of it, but she did a
The one
special
with the
3-day
horse?
thing just to work with him.
Oh nice.
Not
The
the
one
one with
with
the
the
horse. Nope.
Okay.
No. She did a lot of stage in Hartford, but then got to jump to Broadway. And
Wow.
she's just beyond talented. And I will always, always, always like promote her and plug her because you do that for your sibling.
There you
That's
go. There you
that
go.
was my goal when I was in like just after high school. I was a theater major, and then it all just kind of fell apart.
Oh no, she doesn't actually does hair. She does the wigs and everything.
Well, but I
Oh
mean
wow.
theater in general. Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved every aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
And finding talented people behind the scenes is a lot harder, I think, than getting actors at times. I mean,
Yeah.
you can train for both things, but there's just an instinctive thing sometimes for the behind the scenes people, and they know how to make the actors do things right. Like, it's kind of like the nurse versus the doctor in the hospital. If you want to know what the hell's going on, you ask the nurse. So,
Yeah.
sorry, actors, I'm not trying to insult all of you. I'm just saying that
You need people behind the
Right.
scenes for the people in front of the scenes to look good.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Absolutely.
crew enhances definitely what you do.
And on a side note, I really hope that this writer's strike ends soon
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So I mean, I support what they're standing for and everything, and
Oh yeah,
so we're
AI is a
we're with
menace.
yeah we're with you, and I agree. Yeah, AI. I was once joking about that. Not on here, but just jokingly to myself that I wanted to just to do a show, like because I don't write anything. I don't script anything, because I always have it like right here. This is pretty much my script, and so when I go live, it's just like full board, and so you never know what to expect on Channel X.
Mhm.
Little nod to that Rob Zombie song, and but yeah, it was but then just because I don't write scripts for myself doesn't mean that I don't support the writers and everything like that, because I do. I support that, and I once jokingly to myself that I wanted to just to script the show just one time with using AI, but
Oh God.
then all of a sudden, but then the writer strike happened. And I was like, I scrapped that idea like immediately.
Oh yeah.
I played with it just to see what it could do,
I did too.
and it's good for research for me
Yeah,
because even if it doesn't get, you don't trust the answers that you get because
yeah,
it could be making everything up, but it leads you in a direction that you might not have thought to look up with regular Google,
yeah,
and it makes your search history maybe not as horrible. But like I I write horror, and so I'm asking things
yeah.
like, how much skin can you remove from the back? Can you cleanse from the back of a human being and let them remain alive? It
Eee.
tells you it's like a human can be, this much skin, and it's about okay. And how big of a section is that? Because I was making a book out of um, people vellum, and and it's giving me all these answers and stuff, and I'm like, oh yay! But it is creepy how well it can do some. The differences in when you attempt to make it like write this in a style of this with this in it or something. Sometimes it'll do really, really, really well, and sometimes it just makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I hope that people like use it for things like I said, like research, because it might give you just that extra little hint, but not for writing your stuff unless you're trying to make it terrible. If you've seen those movies, like the first horror movie written entirely by AI, and on YouTube, some of those are kind of funny, but they're intended to be bad.
Yeah.
Does that mean Twilight was written by AI?
We don't know.
Either way, it's garbage.
Yeah. But I think Kristen Stewart's character was an AI, was an AI generated character.
Well, right now there's an argument with the sock that's right over there on my floor and her on who has more personality, and I think the sock's winning.
I
And I
agree.
was like, she's so beautiful and so ethereal. She looks like she's been constipated for a month.
Oh my God. I was like, I saw the first movie by accident, and 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 I was like, what, I'm not continuing with the rest of the movies, because I do have friends who do love the Twilight movies, and I won't judge them on that. And it's just Twilight doesn't sparkle with me, though. It does not.
I'll I'll judge them, and I have the probably best slash worst story for seeing the first Twilight movie. I was with friends, and there was a blizzard, and they're like, "Look, we can either, sit here, and the only movie that had available seats was Twilight, or you're gonna walk home." I got home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I
Oh
was
my God.
covered in snow. My sister said I looked at her, walked past her, threw my phone on the table, and hopped into the shower fully dressed just to
Oh
warm
my
up.
God.
Because I was probably
geez.
about a good 10 miles from home, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this.
Wow.
And then a friend of mine got a copy bootleg and basically tied me to the bed and made me watch it, and I threatened to concuss myself. So they put a bunch of pillows behind my head.
Oh man.
So that was my experience, and then we went to go see Iron Man 2, and there was a preview for
Nice.
the next Twilight movie.
Oh
And
boy.
I was with that friend, and she's all excited. Doesn't it look amazing? It looks like shit, and I'd rather shit my hands and clap than see that.
I know, right?
And apparently I wasn't quiet when I said that, because I just hear, yeah!
Yeah, I was stuck in one of those situations where a friend brought it over. I hadn't read the books because I wasn't interested. And she was like, "Oh, you have to watch this." And she was the one who brought everything over. But she would
Oh,
tell
wow.
you every single detail of everything that you were going to watch. So she's like, "Here, I brought you True Blood as well. Now let me tell you every single thing about it before you even push play, so that there's no reason for you to watch it at all." But she told us every single thing about every part of Twilight and stuff. So I was at least like, okay, good. I don't have to pay attention. And I started watching. It was like, wow, really good that I don't have to pay attention because I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for half an hour. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
be back.
I have this thing I have to go do in another room that has a lot of loud music. Bye.
Bye.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw True Blood and it was okay because
I like True Blood.
I did, except for the very end, which I guess, I don't know, spoiler warning, when Bill
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
And they basically, it sounded like they popped a water balloon. It just took all of the sadness out of it, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And it really went off the rails.
And it's
Like,
I did hear because the first time I heard about True Blood was when I found out that Anna Paquin had a nude scene in the movie in the show, and I mean I like Anna Paquin, but I mean I'm glad I'm glad I saw it, but is it just like it doesn't do nothing for me now. It really doesn't.
I mean, Eric Northman's hot, so there was that.
Yeah.
Skarsgård. Any
Yes.
Skarsgård. Go with the
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Not the one that plays Pennywise. Not so much that one.
Bill. Oh, I love Bill. He's.
I did not see the It remake.
I didn't either. I need to. Maybe my channel.
It's on my play. It's on my watch list on Max, and I gotta watch it.
God, just thank God for Max and for Disney Plus and all this shit we can watch now.
I know, right?
I will be right back, folks. I have to run to the. Speaking of running to the bathroom, this has nothing to do with anything you guys are saying. This is an actual must occur moment. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Okay. All right. And
Let's hear that she just really wanted to watch Twilight.
Yeah. But all right. So yeah. Anyways, if you haven't had a chance to watch Asoka, watch it now on Disney Plus. We basically were just talking.
So I still have to work on my other series, Magical Mayhem, which is
there you
all
go.
about the magical girl genre, which is like crack to me.
Yeah.
So I'm still figuring that out. I think I picked the first series I'm gonna review, and I think I figured out my reviewing plan. So I just need to sit down and work on that.
There you go.
When I have the time. When I'm not cleaning out my office or working on the wrestling stuff or getting ready to go back to school. Oh, and there go my ears.
Oh boy.
That's the thing. Everything is smaller on me now, so everything falls off.
Ah. And so yeah. Okay, so another piece of material that I need to discuss. I watched a video yesterday on Review Tech USA, and it was about some YouTubers and everything like that. Sniper Wolf was involved, and Logan Paul was also into the discussion, and some other kid who exposed himself.
Vic
He
McNoah?
said he claims by accident.
Was it Vic McNoah? Because I heard about that where like he was doing a webcam interview and then he showed up and he wasn't wearing pants and his whole dangle was out.
Yeah, it was. He was just only wearing his boxers.
Because you know what, I was really hoping that like it was just like someone wanting to take down some guy, because I met him and my experience was very nice, but like I'm hearing more and more about like all this shit, and then I'm hearing that like he's a scab, so it's like, I'm sorry, dude, but like no, sorry. I guess no more Full Metal for me, and no more original Broly for me.
Yeah.
Oh well, don't be a dick, and maybe things will get better.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, a lot of these big stream YouTubers, you know, they do. I will agree, they do get away with a lot of stuff, and the YouTube higher ups, they don't do nothing about it. They'll just demonetize them and maybe lose some sponsorships. I remember a while a long time ago, um, PewDiePie. He says some things that he shouldn't have, and he also did some anti-Semitic stuff as well too. And he claims he was being funny about it, and
It's not funny.
when he did the anti-Semitic stuff, he said that it was only like a joke and everything like that. He didn't mean for it, and so yeah, nothing really happened to him because he was like the number one YouTuber at the time. And then he was on, playing a video game. It wasn't on YouTube's channel. He was on another stream, but it went viral because it was PewDiePie, and he was playing a game with some kids and everything, and he said a racial slur, and it got caught into it. I did a rant about it, and and everybody, it's just that word, and it was okay, and it's like it's not okay, and he did lose some sponsors for it, but nothing happened to him still than that, and it was like
I do believe Kari wants to come back in.
yes, yeah, I gotta get her back in. There we go.
Even though I haven't really heard much about PewDiePie, so no worries. So I mean, at least there's that.
Yeah, he kind of tapered off after a while. He was still untouchable of being number one, but then I remember India bumping him off, and then Mr. Beast becoming the top guy, and everyone's giving him flack, and for what? A lot of I've seen Mr. Beast in some of his videos and everything, and he does really good stuff and everything, and he's not doing anything wrong. But a lot of people are attacking him because he said, "Oh, where's my money? Why isn't he giving me any money?" Motherfucker, you gotta, he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart because he's only doing that for being a nice guy. He doesn't have to give these people money. He's only doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Maybe he's somebody needs it for like need pay doctor bills or something like that. I mean, he doesn't have to, but everybody loves him, and there's a lot of people that love him. But then you have the negative side. It's like, oh, I want that money. Give me that money. And they're calling it, they want to do like they started a cancel culture boycott over on Twitter and everything like that. It's like, leave the guy alone. It's like if you want the money,
earn it.
Earn it.
Like I hate that. I hate when people are just like, gimme. I want. It's like, okay,
yeah.
What am I gonna get out of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Quick question, since I just rejoined you guys.
Yeah.
What is? I don't know who Mr. Beast is. What does he give money for? What type?
He's a content creator who he's an influencer, and your mic is low a little bit. You sound like you're far away again. Sorry.
Oh, it's stupid cord. Am I any better?
There you go. Yes, okay. Better.
Okay.
A lot better. Quick little mic check.
Mic. Check. Check one, check two. It's my favorite song.
There
They stay a sound guy.
Hmm. Mic check, sibilance. See, I when I do my night my mic checks before a show. This was back when I was on cable access. I would I was I would always go mic check 1 2, ball check 1 2. So it was funny. It was always funny, and but that
Okay,
or I was welcome.
so what does
So,
Mr. Beast do
but I
then?
digress. I'm sorry.
What does Mr. Beast do then?
Yeah, he's a content creator. He's a social influencer and everything like that. And he's like the richest guy richest guy right now and everything. And he's really good. He's really good. Um, he has a lot of stuff that he sells. There was like some candy bars too
Yeah,
that he was
I've
making,
seen.
but I think that some of them were recalled now.
Well, there's still a bunch at my local Walmart. I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen. I want to say I've seen like something else, and I know he has like a partnership with either DoorDash or Uber Eats or other
yeah,
restaurants in general. Because I know there's one here in my town,
Okay.
yeah.
and I've half debated about trying it, but it's also with how my stomach is, I can't really eat that much anyway, so there's no
Yeah.
point.
So what's the question with the money going out for? That's what I
Well,
caught into you
he
guys talking about, and
because
I
he makes because he makes so much money. Um, he donates a lot. Um,
okay.
and there's a lot of negative people out there that say, "Oh, I want that money. Why is like gimme, and everything like that." And it's like, and they're like, and because he's not responding to those jerks, people go on Twitter and they started doing this cancel culture campaign and saying,
Uh,
"Oh, boycott Mr. Beast" and all that shit.
Because they're
that's
spoiled.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like, but then you have, but then you have some of these content creators who live stream on Twitch who they complain it's like, why can't you give me $5? And it's like, you can't afford $5, and they bitch and they moan about um getting the one of the it's like expecting people who watch her on Twitch and everything for getting it for free and everything like that. And it's like I don't have to pay you nothing. And it's like, this is my money. I earned it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like I only it's like if I had money, if I had that kind of money, I probably would throw a few bucks to people who don't whine and don't complain about not getting the money.
mhm.
And it's like, because you know that's just the type of guy I am. I'll tip. But if they're bitching and moaning about not getting the money, it's like, oh, you can't subscribe to you can't sub $5. It's only $5.
Yeah, I happen to be oddly enough wearing my Prometheus gaming shirt. I have two of these because I won one as for being a subscriber on his channel. But
Oh, nice.
he doesn't whine. He's a we've gotten to be friends with him, and his stuff, he'll play some video games sometime and have you watch, but
Oh, nice.
a lot of times on Fridays he'll host Jackbox games for people, and everybody can
Oh,
come
nice.
in and play, and if you don't get in for a game you can be in the audience, and like if and he responds to all the comments, but he never QQs about like
Yeah.
subscribing. He's like, you can subscribe, and here's links to merchandise, and if you want a tip, you can do that too to
Yeah.
help us pay for, some of the stuff that we do. But he never tries to put pressure on anybody. It's always just like,
Yeah.
but overall, just have a good time. And he does fun
Yeah,
stuff like
absolutely.
if you donate to him, you can like choose songs for them to play or make them drink or make them dance or do
Yeah.
something like that that is fun. But
Yeah.
I don't understand people who are like so complaining about that kind of yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's like if you're not I mean if you're not getting like, oh hey, no one's donating to me, it's like, well, okay, either do better, do something that more people are interested in, or don't sit there and complain. Like, work hard. Like, everything for our channel, like our capture cards, our mics, our laptops, our cameras, like most of the stuff I've paid for. I'm not sitting here like saying to my partner like, oh, give me all this. It's like, hey, I want us to thrive, so let's get on this. He's bought his own capture card, his own laptop, his own mics too. But like, we're not sitting here and going, guys, donate. It's like, hey, if you wanna subscribe to us, maybe if you guys are interested, we will go ahead and do we'll do like a Patreon. But we're not sitting here demanding and thinking of ways. It's just give us a watch, enjoy us, give us comments, interact with us. We want to do this to interact with you guys.
Yeah, I've noticed people who just think that, oh, I'm going to make a Patreon page, and it's like, you have 20 fans.
Exactly.
And you're going to expect them to pay to see your content? Let's see how many people actually are going to pay for your stuff.
Yeah.
You know, maybe work yourself up a little ways first by giving people free content, because, you know, it's going to take you more time, and you're going to invest more in making a Patreon page than you're ever going to make for it, unless you go out and just do whatever all the rest of us small people are doing, which is give the content, make things exciting for people, and get a lot of followers, you know, and then you can go ahead, but you never demand payment. If you have
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
we do this.
You want payment, you got to earn it. Yeah, exactly. And you know, I've been on YouTube. I've been doing this for on YouTube for over since 2012, and I love it. I absolutely love it. There was a time where I was you know, getting monetized for my content, but I was only getting like up to 10 cents per video. And then when the new policies came in by the former CEO, Susan, last name hard to pronounce, and okay, and it was horrible, and so, but I never you know, I was upset that I wasn't getting any money, but I never once said to my viewers or my subscribers, hey, throwing some money my way or anything like that. And it's like, because I think, you know, I constantly thank my viewers and subscribers, because, you know, I'm a small streamer, you know, with only 100 and what was it, 146 subscribers, and I thank you all for subscribing for that.
See, we at Crypto Nightmare have. Oh, why is Botchmania up here? Damn it. We have 114 subscribers. Oh, we do too. That means my boyfriend probably put it on before we went to bed.
What's up, Tom? Josh gave me. Hey, Josh. Shout out to Josh and everything. What's up, Tom Dog? Josh gave me the heads up on the show, and applause, thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in, and it's Bessie's sounds beat sounds. I think that I'm saying that right. I hope so. But thank you for tuning in and everything. Thank you, and and you know, I like stuff like that, and you know, the people that are you know, by the way, chat room open as you saw and everything. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. We'll be talking about that on Saturday, but we'll talk more about that near the end of the show. But then, but yeah, a lot of these big time streamers, they want, and you know, never like, oh, thank you, and you know, I mean, they never really, you know, they don't. To me personally, a lot of the big time streamers, they don't give a crap of their followers. The reason why I say that is because a video that really got to me that I watched yesterday is from Review Tech USA, and the guy's name is Rich, and he goes and was talking about how you know, some of the stuff as I was mentioning, and he was like, "Oh, support." and he was saying stuff about how the young streamers should get more recognized and everything. And Review Tech USA, I hate to break the news to you, but um you don't really have anything to say about that because Review Tech USA, you never watched any of the small streamers.
Sorry, my girl. You're okay,
Oh,
dear heart. Go back to sleep. She's very loud when she feels like it.
oh boy. Oh boy. That's pretty much how I sound when I bark too. So,
Oh, so you
I'm
sound
not
like
gonna,
an
I'm not gonna,
85-pound pit bull.
yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I think she might be cuter, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm a hairless dog, pretty much. I'm a balding dog. That's what it is. I do have fur, but
You would
just on
think with
not
how
on my
much she
head.
shed. You would think with how much she shed, she'd be bald, but no. Just have a
Yeah.
floor covered in dog hair.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. My mom has a mini Jack Russell cross mix, and they just like molt. She's like,
Oh my
"You're
god.
here! Let me cover all of your black clothing with white fur."
I know. When I was in high school and I was a goth, we had a little white fluffy dog, and I loved this dog. I'd carry her around because she's a little rat terrier, and just every day, like, oh, what's the design on your shirt? Dog hair.
And
It's a Zoe
so,
original.
yeah, and him like other big YouTubers, they don't watch they don't watch any of the content that the small streamers are doing.
Hmm.
And
No, because they
you
only think
know
of themselves.
exactly. And Review Tech USA has 1.3 million subscribers, over 1.3 million subscribers, with over 4.8 thousand videos and
Damn.
500 537,581,515 lifetime views. So yeah, he's doing okay for himself. He doesn't take the time to watch what the smaller YouTubers are doing, unless of course they're doing something that violates term of service, and then he'll do a video about it. And here he's supposed to be a reviewing tech, but he's basically the MTV of tech reviews. You know,
Hmm.
because the last video that was tech related was a video that he posted back in uh 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, and it was an illegal ROM um gaming console that he bought from Amazon, and he didn't say where it came from, so they wouldn't be able to go after the people who made the console and do it that way, be a credit to to his to the people who put their heart and souls out to these video games.
Yeah.
But no, he didn't do that, so whatever. And then it's just ridiculous, and I disagree 100% about. Excuse me, got all choked up there. Um, when it came to that, and it just bothered me because if anybody should be complaining about these big time streamers doing stuff that's abusing the power of the terms of service here on this platform, it should be people like me. It should be people who aren't getting the subscribers, that aren't getting the lifetime views, or getting monetized and anything like that. So he doesn't really have a leg to stand on because, basically, he, like I said, he doesn't review tech. He spends most of his time talking about other YouTubers and everything, like other you know big time. His latest target is Phil, or whatever the hell his last name is, or whatever. He was caught playing with himself and everything like that on a live stream, and
Ew.
he got in trouble for that and everything, but he doesn't do that anymore. And then there was
Good.
like this other one. There was something like this other one, um, where he talked about um, quantum TV, and he was talking about him too, and which I didn't like the guy either, because he was terrible, and I was glad that Rich caught him out of it. But most of Rich's videos, he's playing with his porcelain cocks, and and uh, and he got in trouble for having like a plastic pickle, and which vibrated, and yeah, of course you're going to get flagged and demonetized and whatever have you, because of the fact it's a fucking vibrator, it's a fucking sex toy. I mean, really.
Unless it's just like a pickle wreck.
No, actually, it didn't have a face on it. It was just a pickle, a vibrating pickle.
I'll stick with my
That
drunk
doesn't.
squirrel.
Yeah,
That raises
exactly.
so many questions. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Yeah,
why? Who wants to stick a pickle in themselves? Biggest question of all.
yeah.
Who's turned on by a pickle?
Very
Apparently
strange
him,
people.
because I mean, he's playing with porcelain cocks. He's playing with a plastic. He's playing with a plastic pickle that vibrates, and at times on the secondary channel, he takes his shirt off. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to do that a lot when I was on cable access,
You'd strip?
and no, I just only took my shirt off and danced with plants. And Josh will clue you in, because he had to see some of that.
So wait, was Dancing with Plants the spin-off of Dancing with Wolves?
Pretty much. I
That
I
was the
called them. I
direct to
called them. I
DVD.
called them. Yeah, I wish. I called them. But I refer to them as bushes, but they kind of look like little trees and everything like that. And so and it was funny. It was, to me. I thought it was funny. There was one particular time where I took my shirt off and I licked my nipple, and
Awkward.
yes, I know. And yeah, yeah. Sorry, ladies,
We're just like,
for making you. It's like it's like awkward and uncomfortable right now. And it's like
Um,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
leave
kink.
now.
I don't kink shame. So you do you.
Yeah, exactly. But that was one time, and I got in trouble for that, for erotic, because it was called erotic fondling when I was at the studio. So
Tails,
all
you
I
don't
did
need
was,
to hear this.
yes, and I told that I only did that one time, and I didn't do that ever since. And now I just do it on my OnlyFans. Oh, did I
what?
say that out loud?
One of the other things, and this is coming from a writer's perspective, and I am, but not very active these days, a moderator on a Discord for writers, and a lot of them worked with Reddit, and a lot of the really big storytelling uh, YouTubers out there, like particularly in the creepy pasta type of stuff. And I'm not going to name names because there's so many of them that are so close to each other, and I don't want to mess up on who I'm naming. But they'll try
Yeah,
to reach out to people, and they'll either just grab stories and start putting them up that they don't have any permission whatsoever from the author to use. And so there are specific people out there that are watchdogs and are running through videos constantly to see if there's
yeah.
anybody new, and like they get reported all the time and they have to take the content
Hmm.
down, and they teach people. There are groups that will teach people, like, no, your story is worth something. If they actually want to put
Yeah,
it up, they'll be like, oh, I'm just giving you free publicity. And it's like, no, you look and see based on how many subscribers they have, and you charge them this much per word or per page or whatever to put it up. And, it goes by how many views it ends up getting, but you have value. Don't let people just take from you. And they just assume that, they're going to find all these people who are just like, I get to have my stuff on YouTube. I'm so excited. I
Yeah,
don't need paid for that. And it's like, no, you do. You really do,
yeah,
because the more that you let them just promote you, they're going to do it to everybody else. And they're making a
hmm
lot of money off of your stuff.
yeah.
So,
As a matter of fact, it's funny you brought that up because there's a YouTuber that Review Tech USA mentioned in that video, and she's very well known. You may have heard of her. She's known as SS Sniper Wolf, and she's done some reaction videos through TikToks and everything like that, and she reacts to certain things, Karens and stuff, and she goes and reacts to these videos, and some of the times she posts the same stuff. She posts it the same thing in one video, like a couple of times. Perfect example. I saw one of her latest reaction videos yesterday, as a matter of fact. It was um she was reacting to videos that is that you wouldn't believe or something like that, and there were some where it was like cake. There was some like, is it real or is it cake? Um, there was one that she reacted to it was like a mushroom. Was it a mushroom or is it cake? She did it twice. She repeated the same thing twice to say to fill in that room. There was another clip in that same video where there was this lady um in the TikTok video had some, putting stuff in her pants to make it look like she had to like to put stuff in as like luggage or anything like that, and she reacted to that same video twice, and
That's just
and
like,
yeah,
and in all honesty, like I feel like reaction videos they're not that special because like everyone does them. Like we might
yeah,
even do like one or two, but like it's not as creative as you think it is because you're just
no, it's
literally
not,
watching someone else's work or someone else's stupidity.
yeah,
And it's like it's fun to do like every once in a while, but like if your whole shtick is that, it's like, are you really that much of a creator?
yeah, and I don't thank God I don't do reaction videos because I probably would suck at it. But there was this one other YouTuber, it Review Tech USA didn't even mention it up on video, and I'm surprised he didn't because it was a perfect example that he would have used. He's a big time. He's also a big time. I forgot the kid's name. He just sat there and watched the video, not reacting to a goddamn thing.
The
And
anti-react.
yeah, he's supposed to be, and he's saying that he is reacting, but in the whole video, he didn't react to a goddamn thing. And I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
Are you sure it's
It's
not
like,
Orange Cassidy?
no, it's not. It's not Orange Cassidy because the kid didn't have hands in his pockets. So so and if he did, I definitely probably would have reacted to that because I am anti Orange Cassidy because any wrestler who 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 wrestles with their hands in his pockets and basically does this is not a wrestler. I'm sorry, that's just not wrestling. It's like, how is somebody supposed to sell that? How can you sell that?
I mean, that's the whole joke of the situation.
Yeah, and but we'll talk about that on Saturday.
I I really enjoy for reaction videos. There's a gal, and her channel is called The Charismatic Voice, and she is a trained vocal coach, and she'll go through and watch videos, but she's listening to them. It'll be her first view on anything. She did a lot of Disturbed, and I loved it
Yeah,
because She started off and she'll just like pause and be like, "Oh my god," and she'll explain what's going through and all of the different elements and things that they're doing with like how the throat works and how they're processing things and like even why the face changes because it's how you're forcing air through that he's not just snarling to look metal. That's actually a reaction to putting that much force behind stuff, how you move things in order to get the tones and the pitches and everything right. And she's
Yeah.
just great. I love her. But yeah, I've seen some people where it's like they'll just watch a video straight through and tape the people watching and see if they like react at all. And it's like, what do you,
Yeah.
that's silly.
And it's like,
But she does
but the
analysis and stuff, you know?
yeah. Well, like, but this kid who, basically just sat there watching a video. I'm like, react to something. I mean, what the hell? I mean, Jesus. But yeah, you know, but it just bothered me because of like I said, Review Tech USA was only, um, oh boy, I am I am losing power.
Ooh.
I gotta I gotta charge up my. Let's see. Oh shit.
You have two
I
gals
am
on. We're
down.
chatting a lot.
That's why I always keep my charger next to me.
I have so many cords. When I sit down every now and then, I'll grab something with my knee and it just pulls everything down. And
Oh,
I'm a klutz. I tend to do that. This chair has been covered in soda and tea and iced coffee and wine and just about everything.
I can't say much. My couch next to me is a disaster, so I do have to clean that in my office, so I get it.
Yeah, my little Hinata down here is bad at. I have like the box with this puppets and everything over there, and then her box, which is on the couch. We lost Tom.
Oh no, we've lost our
Tom dog all
fearless leader.
day, Tom dog all night, Tom dog uncharged.
See if he's. Nope, no message in the private chat because I was checking on the comments.
I think he died, but I'm sure we'll get him back after he gets himself plugged in.
Once he resurrects himself.
Yes.
Does that mean
The
we can do whatever
resurrection.
we want now?
I think so. This is
Anarchy!
Hinata decided to join us.
Kitty!
Say
Aww.
hi. She had to hop up. She refuses to go through a podcast without being on at some point.
Now, is she named after an anime character, literature character?
Yeah, she's after Hinata on Naruto. So
I had a feeling she's my favorite character. She's so cute.
Tom's phone
Just never
died.
His phone died too.
Yes, that's what he's in the regular comments now.
Oh,
Hi,
there he
Tom.
is.
We do not know what you would like us to do.
Should we call it a night, Tom?
Or are you going to be joining us again soon?
Wait, how is he messaging us if his phone died?
Might have plugged it into charge again, or he's on a laptop or something.
Ooh, better check my battery while I'm at it. Oh no, I'm still at 68. I'm good.
Hey, Raz! We lost Tom!
Hi, everyone.
Raz just got home. We can't pull up comments.
No, I can. I just can't comment into the group chat.
Oh, you can pull up comments?
Yep, you just go from private chat to comments. It's right next to it.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see them, but I can't put them on screen. I don't have host capabilities on Tom's channel. I can do it on mine in the Dorkening.
No. Hi, Raz. Hope I pronounced your name right. We're trying to figure out what we should be doing.
Raz is my partner in Owlite. He is the one who initially came up with the concept, and he is my brother, and I love him.
Aw, he loves you too.
Also, yes, we share a brain. Sometimes we get lost in shipping, so neither one of us has it. And
I don't think mine ever arrived, so got lost somewhere, probably in Antarctica.
Yeah, see, it was because of the sharing of the brain that the crow decided that it was going to join me. So that's why Delphine hops in during Owlite stuff because there's room for her to inhabit the Carrie Sanders body.
Ah,
It's all the lore. And the dresser people, they steal all my stuff.
ah. I just have a boyfriend who swipes my things. But not anymore. Yay.
Well, they give me back things, but they aren't the same things, and it gets really weird because there'll be things that I have no idea how they ended up in my possession, and so it's just like, okay, so the dresser people took 3 lighters and they gave me back a drum stand.
Ooh. I mean, that's a good
Okay.
trade.
If I played drums, it would have been great, but
Well, I want to get back into it, so I mean, it'd be great for me.
I'll try to ship it to you from Nebraska. I always care. I come from a family of musicians. I'm like the only one who didn't really do good at it, so I carry a drum key around because I'm a great roadie. But
See, my family is
yes,
heavily influenced on music. That's how my parents met. That's my mom was like 9 months pregnant following the band, and I think we were maybe a couple of months old when they went to another show. My parents are massive Deadheads.
nice.
We were born on August 1st. I was almost named Jerry, but I came out a girl, so that didn't happen. And my middle name is Cassidy. So, oh, nope, we lost Tom again. Tom, come back. We miss you. We need to be led.
We are floundering.
We're just being weird.
That's what I do anyway. Any show I'm on, I'm just like, hi. I throw in the morbid stuff, and everybody else is like, oh, nice story. Really, really good job there.
Raz, he's going to talk about that on Saturday.
Yep. That was brought up a little earlier. But yeah.
We can say it's very sad and definitely not expected. Yeah. Tom, come back. At least I'm not the one in charge now, thank God.
Right?
That'd be terrifying. Though I think I might start using this platform now for my channel, so I'll be fun with the guys.
Do you like StreamYard?
I do. I really like this. It's easy to use. Even my ears like it.
I've noticed they perk up at the cutest times. Are they the ones that react to stuff?
Yep, I have my little nodule right here. Oh. And then I have the clip on my ear. If I have, and I did this in front of my friends, I was eating a piece of chocolate. They went from nice and relaxed to just, boop, thank you. I do have different colors too. These will never go to a convention though, because I put on the Wardlow interview while talking with friends, and they just immediately, they're like, "What's on TV?" "Nothing." "Julie, it was Wardlow, and he took his shirt off."
Nice. Do you have the tail?
So, I do not. I'm thinking of getting one. This was my big splurge. These were $100, but and then the ear covers were another 20, but they look awkward. So I'm probably looking for a different set. I'm probably going to wear these for a costume that I have in the works. Right now, best sound beats. We're just riffing, but yay, Tom's back.
Yes.
So we're talking about anything and everything.
My battery life on my phone, because I'm filming the show on my phone, and I lost power.
Oh. Oh, wait, I don't have my Pokeball. I can't throw it.
Comments.
Yes.
I left my Pokeball in the other room. I can't throw anything.
Yeah.
Hinata joined us. She said hi. She's like, I'm going to sit here and purr.
Oh, she's so fluffy.
She is super fluffy. She used to weigh like 15 pounds. Yeah. When I first got her, she was emaciated because she was a rescue. And then I had another cat at the time as well, Yeti, who would pick on her. And so she just decided that she was going to get fat because at her old home, she was the last cat to get to the food, and they had like 15 pets, I think, or something when they took her out. So she was super scrawny. So then she just got super fat, and she was so that if her brother picked on her, he could like charge her. or she could charge him and kind of knock him down. And but now she's back down to a very healthy weight. She's fluffy, but she's not fat anymore. So she's getting older, so that's good because I didn't want to worry about having a diabetic cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girl's a couple of pounds overweight, but I mean, she's part Italian Mastiff, part Pit Bull, so like they're supposed to be big anyways, and she's just like solid muscle. And now that I'm down so much weight, she's realized she's solid muscle, so she yanks me just across our yard and thinks it's the best thing ever. These need to calm down. Come on, boys.
But yeah, thank you, ladies, for for winging it after I had that little mishap and everything. Raz, how's it going? Good to see you on here, and yeah. So, what were we talking about?
We were talking about
we were
the
talking
reviewers.
the
Reactions.
reviewers and everything, and but yeah, it was, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous that, you know Sniper Wolf doesn't, from what I understand, Sniper Wolf doesn't um give credit to a lot of the um to the people, the content that she's reacting to. She doesn't reach out to them and say, "Oh, let me react. Is it okay if I react to this, that, and everything?" Yeah, she hasn't done that, and it's kind of sad that she hasn't done that. And she should get, at least show them some credit and everything, and like at least acknowledge what who you're reacting to. And it's like
with
it only
Botchamania.
it only takes like a second to say, "Oh, this video came from so and so." It would save her a lot of time. She'll still have that time, and she doesn't have to do like duplicates of this on the same video.
Or
she could just do
grab a
one.
link.
Yeah,
Put
and
it
it's
at the
like, if you
bottom,
want,
just
yeah,
sorry.
and she makes tons of money off of these content creators and everything like that. Off of them, and it's like, really is and it's sad. It really is. And but I understand what Review Tech USA is like going to, but it's not really his area to be. He should be reviewing tech, and go and play with his porcelain cocks and just be done with it. And I play with a banana. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's upside down. And my banana's always happy. But I don't flaunt it around all the goddamn time.
We
Really.
appreciate that.
Yes, I'm a gentleman.
See, I let my chubby boy hang out all the time, though.
There you go.
Though more of these are banned from my house.
Oh.
It's so cute.
My boyfriend has a rule, and my friend always breaks it, because I always go to conventions with my friend, and my boyfriend tells him, "For the love of fucking God, do not let her bring home one more goddamn Eevee or I'll kill you." So we went to Terrificon, and you would think that someone with 10-pound wings and a giant bunny on their head can't escape. Fun fact, I can. Came back with an Eevee, a Jolteon, a Whalmer, and a Tails plush. And I came home, and my friend just booked it out of here because he knew my boyfriend was about to rip him a new one.
Right.
You didn't have to happen to get any of those from Jabo, did you?
I don't know, actually.
I'm not sure exactly if he does Pokemon or not, but he was one of the Dorkening folks that had a booth set up there. He does toys and collectibles.
He might have been. I actually didn't catch the name. I just saw an Eevee and a Tails. I'm like, I gotta go buy those. I somehow managed to sneak away. Don't ask me how, but I snuck away and grabbed them.
I'm too short to sneak away because I'll get lost. I'll just be like, "Help me!" I had
Raz,
Drew, who's
Build-A-Bear has
drag
one.
me around. Ooh, there you go, Raz.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah,
they just released this today. They just released the Mimikyu, which has a little top hat. So there's that too. Because I collect Build-A-Bears. I have all of the evolutions. I have this Vulpix. And then I have the
Nice.
Alolan one as well. So. Oh, I have a 2-foot tall Eevee in my bedroom, but I'm not going to go in there and wake my boyfriend up to show it off. But the story with that is we were at Target. I had gotten away from my boyfriend, and he watched me from the aisle, not break step, but I was just walking, grabbed it, threw it in the cart, and just kept going. And he looked at me, he's like, "Are you seriously buying them?" I'm like, "Yep." $50 later, Eevee came home with me. And I can kind of tilt my laptop to the side. There is my old Eevee backpack I used to wear. I'm not obsessed. I do not have a problem. I just really like my Eevees.
I have a... What's the Cabot from Tenchi? I said Ryo-Oki. I have a Ryo-Oki backpack that you can fit like a lipstick in, pretty much, is all the back. But it's, it's a big back. It's a big character, and then it has little straps, but then there's like this much space in the actual zip pocket. But
so if it's not small but enough room where I can hide a bunch of shit, I don't want it. I somehow managed to traumatize my father. I had my wallet, my keys, my inhaler, my cell phone. I think I had a book in there, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, I need you to hold on to this DVD for me." It was like this thick. I'm like, "All right, Dad." Open purse, just slip it right in. It's like, what else is in there? And I just start emptying out my bag. He's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, Dad, it's my bag of holding."
I was just going to say.
You get that nerd shit out of here.
My mom family made the mistake of giving me a big purse, and then she's like, "You fill it." I'm like, yes, I do. I have to carry everything in it.
My boyfriend will not go near my purse or my backpack. He's just like, "Yeah, I'm going to reach in there, and I'm just going to pull out like a cat or something, and I don't trust your ass anymore." "Honey, get my keys out of my backpack." Throws my backpack at me. All right.
She'll actually go to pick up my purse and just be like, "What did you put in here?" Well, there's my Kindle, there's some spare meds, there's my phone, there's all my makeup, there's my wallet, and then you have to have business cards, and you got to have, extra hand wipes, and you have to have
hand sanitizer,
salt and pepper, because lately with the COVID thing, you got to have hand sanitizer, and there's some random, toothpick things or whatever in a little package, and actually, currently there's some mayonnaise, because I like mayonnaise, and they give you those little metallic, like, ketchup packets of it.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I got to make sure I put that in a special pocket, though, because otherwise it runs the risk of getting squished and all over my Kindle, which would be unfortunate.
My weird extra thing right now is I keep a thing of sunblock, but it's like shaped like deodorant, just because this is still relatively fresh. Gotcha. So I wanted to be pretty.
It's really pretty.
Thank you. It's from Rising of the Shield Hero, which my boy. And yeah, so I was actually supposed to get this the day that I went to Terrificon, but again, they announced Wardlow, so it's like, all right, I begged the tattoo place, like, please, can you move my day? I gotta meet Wardlow. This is like the man of my dreams, and I met the man of my dreams.
There you go.
Just don't tell my boyfriend.
There you go.
Well, so
we all had that one crush.
But when we have the panel, because it's now up, you're technically on the Dorkening, because you asked a question at a panel that we filmed, and so yeah.
Yay! I don't remember.
Nice. So
I will say I'm very amazed. I did not eat it in those heels, because I don't know how to walk in heels. Period. Yeah. But I was running in those things.
Nice.
So, but I'll be wearing flat boots for my next one, because
yes. So we are looking at we are over 2 hours now, almost going 2.5 hours. We actually got to bring the show to a close.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're having fun, and you know what? It's a party. It's a party.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody's invited and everything like that. So, but unfortunately, the party has to end. So I mean, we all got to go to bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
so
you have to be up extra early.
Yeah, but thank you, Tails, for joining in and everything.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, looking forward to doing some projects in there. So it's like a really
Yes, Roz,
you
we're
know,
all wearing
pretty,
pants. At least I know I
pretty,
am.
yeah, I'm wearing pants too. Well, shorts because it's hot as hell in here. So
Yeah, that's the fun thing. I am always cold. Like I live in a sweater now when I'm at work.
yeah, and but yeah, like I'm not standing up. I'm not standing up,
I have no
Raz.
I have no shame. I've got my
Yeah,
pants on.
you
I would
know,
knock
I
something
remember.
over if I stood up, so
yeah,
he knows.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I
But
didn't fall on my head, so I'm doing better than normal.
there you go. But yeah, but
Sorry to disappoint.
anywho, yes. Sorry. Um, have a
You
good one.
too.
Thank you, Beat Sounds. Thank you
Have a
for
lovely
tuning
evening.
in and everything. And Carrie, thank you for coming on. This is your second appearance on the show, so that's really great. And it's
Nice.
like, and so it's always a pleasure to have you on here. And hopefully next time, Raz will be coming on as well too for the next time we have you guys on and everything like that. And hopefully, some members of the Dorkening would come on too as well. You know, and so let's close everything all out. And Carrie, go ahead one more time where everybody can reach you at.
Just look up Carrie Sanders on Facebook, and if you see a crow as the avatar, that is me, so you'll know you got it right. I have all my links going from there. You can catch me some Tuesdays on splash pages on the Dorkening, and on most Wednesdays for Midweek Geeks when we have it. But otherwise, you'll find me doing tons of projects over on the Owlite Network with Raz over there, and now Tom. And
Yes.
we have Tomb of the Terrible tomorrow. We are going to be reviewing PG Psycho Gorman, which was an amazing B flick. If you guys want to check it out, it's hysterical. It's so much fun. And then we are planning on an epic unboxing as long as one package makes it to me. It's supposed to be here by Saturday. So yeah, that should be on Sunday, and it's going to be our end of season. It's a big extravaganza that we are going to hold.
Oh, that's
Woo!
awesome.
So
Looking
yeah,
forward to
so
checking that out.
yeah, come check out the Owlite Network. We've
Yes.
got we do the storytellings, and then we also trim them down on YouTube so that if you want to hear just the stories and not the banter in between, or want to just see specific people, we have a whole playlist dedicated to just the stories and author readings and stuff like that are short form if you don't have that much time.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Looking forward to it. It's a really good channel. You're definitely worth checking out. And Tails, where could we find you?
My God, hang on. Okay, it's back.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it's my internet or not, but I'll plug myself a little.
Yeah.
I'm a part of Crypto Nightmare. You can find us on YouTube, Crypto Nightmare, Twitter at Crypto Nightmare, Instagram, Crypto Nightmare Gaming Official. We do all things nerdy, conventions, video gaming, gamer boot camp. Come watch us suffer. We are finally coming off our hiatus, so we're going to have some new stuff up really soon.
Awesome. Awesome. And for me, you can be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm not calling it X because it's stupid. Uh, so be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. Follow me on Threads at TomDog247. TikTok at TomDog247. I have the same
Catching a
for all.
theme here.
Yes, it's an addiction, I know. And if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Comment down below. What do you think of the Asoka series on Disney Plus? We all thought it was awesome. To be sure to check it out um, if you haven't yet. But if you did, let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Ringy dingy that bell so you stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And be sure to support all small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you could do for us small streamers like myself, and we will love you more than those big streamers. Fuck all those big streamers. We are the ones that matter. Small streamers matter. So so and the show you love, you just got to do this one thing, other than sharing the channel and everything like that. But if as long as you do this one thing, I will love you forever, and you'll be hooked for life. And that is face hug that subscribe button. We will see you all again next week. Unfortunately, the Tom Dog Days of Summer ends on Saturday with an episode of Wrestling Prime. We're going to be paying our respects to Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk, and a belated tribute to Darren Drozdoff, who passed away a couple of months ago. We're going to be paying our respects to him as well. We're also going to be I'm going to also be doing the preview for All In. Give out my predictions. Tails, I hope you come in as well for that one as well.
We'll be there.
Looking forward to awesome. We'll do that as well. And so and then next week we're gonna here on Channel X we're going to be going back to school. So we're going to be we're going to have a back to school episode, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And
We won't be there. Don't worry.
Yes. Till next time, this is Tom Dog. For Carrie and Tails, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace!
Bye.
Bye.
Love you all.